Tonight, a deep dive into the football team as they get set for their opening day in just weeks. The schedule will bring you through each and every one, with the team beginning to be plagued by injuries as their starting quarterback, Aiden Tyler, out for the rest of the season with a right arm injury. We'll break it all down for you in a little while. Girls soccer had one of their final scrimmages of the season versus Oxford. It was a 3-3 tie. We'll bring you the goal scorers and what's next for the program. Boys soccer, they also scrimmaged versus Auburn. It was 2-2 against Oxford, and then they played St. John's. The results and the lone goal scorer for the Rams. Volleyball also getting set with a couple scrimmages this beginning of the year. They had a couple losses, maybe a set win, beginning their next steps forward. What's up with volleyball? We'll bring you that. Then an update on golf as they begin their next portions of their season. What do they have coming up? The quad matches and the fours that are coming up and the doubles that they've been competing in. And then in the national sports, some sad news that has been followed by all day. Hockey star Johnny Gaudreau and his brother Matthew Gaudreau killed. We'll bring you the statements, what happened in this tragic day in the hockey world.
From Shepherd Hill Regional High School, this is Shepherd Hill Sports Zone with Cameron Simpson.
Hello everyone, thank you so much for being with us on this Friday, episode 2, and thank you all for tuning in on Monday as we brought down everything that needed to happen. We thank you for being back. We have a lot to go over, including the football schedule, but we'll start with the injuries that are beginning to plague this football team as they get closer and closer to the start of the season. They're scrimmaging today as we're on the air, but in the next few weeks, the football team will compete in their final scrimmage and then their first game. But their scheduled starting quarterback, Aiden Tyler, who was part of the team last year, led them to some success, has been ruled out for the rest of the season with a right arm injury. Now, Tyler was playing, as I said, last year and was scheduled to be right back in it again. Unfortunately, with this news, the team is now resorting to developing a second quarterback, which they're continuing doing right now. There hasn't been a final word on who that will be. But in other news on the football team, we mentioned that, but there is some exciting news as the team is just now days away, as we mentioned, from the games. Let's look at their other portions of their schedule because they are also jam-packed. September 13th, opening day, they will be playing right here on their home field at Shepherd Hill. They have more home games this year than they did last year, which is nice for us. They will play Concord, Carlisle, and then they play Marblehead on the road. They play Fitchburg on the road, Westboro on the road, Algonquin on the road, and then October 19th, right back at Shepherd Hill versus Neshoba. They play Marlboro on Friday the 25th here at Shepherd Hill, then Grafton at Shepherd Hill, and that will be the final regular game of the season. They'll play their Thanksgiving game at Shepherd Hill versus Tantasco. So we'll be watching that football team closely through these next few weeks as they get set to start the season with practices and more. We wish them the best of luck. Let's now head to the pitch in the soccer field. And the girls soccer team was scrimmaging Oxford this week, and they tied them 3-3 with 2 goals by Madison McNamara and a goal by Sophia Faniza. The team set forth a 3-3 game, but for their first game of the season, which will be versus Neshoba away next Thursday at 4 p.m. They play their first home game Thursday the 12th versus Marlboro. The team's schedule looking similar. Obviously, they'll play each opponent at least twice, a couple away games, and then Shepherd Hill will play Wachusett in September 19th. Some new opponents as well. Leicester High School is on here on the 21st. And that's about it that I can see for now for new teams. So we'll be watching them as they continue to progress forward this season, and great job with the goal scorers. Boys soccer also played Oxford, and they had a 2-2 tie as well. And then they rolled in last night to play St. John's, where they would get 6-1. It was tight. It was close for a little bit, and then St. John's was able to get away with it. 6-1 win. It was Christian Jubert who scored the lone goal for the Rams in that 6-1 final. The boys soccer team also plays Neshoba next week. They'll be at home though, so get ready for that. That game will be at 4 o'clock next Thursday. Boys soccer kicking it off the season and we'll make sure, maybe we'll be there. Maybe we'll show up to watch that opener. So make sure you're with us because we'll be at all of these games. We'll be covering a lot of them. So good luck to the soccer team. Volleyball also set forth on some scrimmages these last few weeks, and they continued their final scrimmages before the regular season kicks off in a game that was modified. You had a 30-minute time limit in order to complete the games, so they went through these 30-minute time limits. They did what they had to do. They played Woodstock Academy, lost 2 games out of the 30-minute set, and they did win 1 full set in this game. So the volleyball, as they begin this next portion of the season, let's actually take a look quickly at when we can watch them as they begin this year. Their first game of the season on September 3rd versus Tantasco. Last year it was tight against Tantasco multiple times. That will be at 5 p.m. They also play later that week in Groton. They play Saturday at Shepherd Hill in the morning. So we have plenty of times to see this team compete, no doubt about it. Make sure you're there. Make sure you're tuning in for these games. Now to the golf. They are also preparing for their first golf match of the year. They've been playing doubles against each other, trying to figure out the final order of who's going to be where. And let me tell you, they have a pretty solid team so far this year. Obviously, they play great competition, and we'll definitely make it out to a golf match. I'll put that out there right now. We're definitely going to make it out to a golf match at least once. But the team is really competing well right now. And they're matching. They'll play 4s later on this week, if I remember correctly. And that will be their final straw before heading into the first match of the season, which will be at Oak Hill Country Club. They'll play St. Bernard's, Fitchburg. Both schools will be there. I don't know. I believe they might just be playing Fitchburg. That will be Tuesday at 3:30 over at Oak Hill. The first one at Dudley Country Club, which is the home course, will be on Tuesday the 10th at 3:30 versus Groton Dunstable. They also play Oakmont later on, September 16th. So we'll mark our calendars. We'll be looking to make it out to some of those for sure. We want to cover golf fully. We'll make sure and make it out to some of those games and those events. For the sad news in the NHL, hockey star number 13 from the Columbus Blue Jackets, Johnny Gaudreau, has passed away today after being hit from a drunk driver while cycling. Johnny Gaudreau was just 31 years old and was out cycling last night with his brother, Matthew Gaudreau. Both of them were hit, both of them killed. Gaudreau played 11 seasons in the NHL, 9 of them with the Calgary Flames, and he was about to head into his 3rd season with the Columbus Blue Jackets. Now, many may know Gaudreau for being an excellent hockey player. He's also a father of 2, a wife, a brother to a sister whose wedding is this weekend. He was killed in New Jersey. Let's look at the statement from the Columbus Blue Jackets that they put out today. I'll read it in full. The Columbus Blue Jackets are shocked and devastated by this unimaginable tragedy. Johnny was not only a great hockey player, but more significantly, a loving husband, father, son, brother, and friend. We extend our heartfelt sympathies to his wife Meredith, his children Noah and Johnny, his parents, their family, and friends on the sudden loss of Johnny and Matthew. Johnny played the game with a great joy, which was felt by everyone that saw him on the ice. He brought a genuine love for hockey with him everywhere he played, from Boston College to the Calgary Flames to Team USA to the Blue Jackets. He thrilled fans in a way that only Johnny Hockey could. The impact he had on our organization and our sport was profound, but pales in comparison to the indelible impression he made on everyone who knew him. Johnny embraced our community when he arrived 2 years ago, and Columbus welcomed him with open arms. We will miss him terribly, and we will do everything that we can to support his family and each other through this tragedy. At this time, we ask for prayers for the Gaudreau family and that their privacy be respected and as they grieve. And the NHL also put out a statement. Commissioner Bettman released this today, where he stated, the National Hockey League family is shocked and saddened by the tragic passing of the Columbus Blue Jackets forward Johnny Gaudreau and his brother Matthew. While Johnny's infectious spirit for the game and show-stopping skills on the ice earned him the nickname Johnny Hockey, he was more than just a dazzling hockey player. He was a doting father and a beloved husband, son, brother, and teammate who endured himself to every person fortunate enough to have crossed his path. Gaudreau often told the story of how his father taught him to skate as a child in his home state of New Jersey, And then he carried the same youthful passion throughout his 11 NHL seasons. A skilled playmaker, Gaudreau participated in the NHL All-Star Game 7 times, where he was always a fan favorite, particularly when showcasing his talents in the various skills competitions for which he was so well suited. He'll be remembered fondly in Calgary, where he played his first 9 seasons with the Flames, from 2013-14 to 2021-22 season, emerging as one of our league's brightest young stars, while compiling the franchise's 5th highest career points totals. His loss also will be felt profoundly in Columbus, the city in which he chose to settle his family, and where he was one of the respected veteran leaders of the club, building towards the playoffs. And both Johnny and Matthew will be mourned at Boston College, where they were teammates, the year Johnny won the Hobey Baker Award in 2013 and 14, and at Gloucester Catholic High School in New Jersey, where both played and where Matthew was the head coach following his own 5-year pro playing career. We send our most heartfelt condolences to his wife Meredith, their children, Noah and Johnny, his parents, Guy and Jane, and sisters, Kristen and Katie. And we grieve alongside his teammates, members of the Blue Jackets and Flames organizations, his many friends in hockey, and countless fans around the world for whom he created indelible memories on and off the ice. Johnny Gaudreau was 31 years old, and mentioned in there the connections he had here locally. Played at Boston College, won the Hobey Baker Award, and had a game-winning national championship goal for Boston College just a few years ago. Really sad day for hockey, for sure. And may everyone in the Gaudreau family have prayers and thoughts as they go through this. That's it for us tonight. Thanks for being with us. I'll be back Monday. Until then, enjoy your long weekend. Good night.
Thanks for watching Shepherd Hill Sports Zone, the only place for Rams sports news.